let's lead with lumber. If you were planning to build a deck this year but think it's out of the question, Dave and Joey are here to tell you wrong. Guys, you've got alternatives to lumber that you say will leave backyards looking amazing and more durable than ever before. Am I right?
You're right, Tracy. We've got lots of alternatives to walk through with you guys today. And I mean, it's been a crazy winter. We all need to get out of our houses and enjoy the outdoors a little bit more. With lumber prices so high and hard to find, there's lots of great alternatives. This is PVC decking, which is one of them. And the price gap has actually shrunk. So the price before, where it was larger, we're much closer together now, and Joey's going to walk you through some of the stuff here.
Yeah, so this is Clubhouse PVC decking. This is one that we like to use, and it has a ton of advantages over lumber. You've got a bunch of different colors that you can choose from. It's never going to crack, twist, split, or fade, and it's made from recycled material, so we can actually take our scraps back to their plant, and they can grind it up so they can reuse it again.
Yeah, and one of the best parts is where your old wood deck would only last about 10 to 15 years. These composites and PVCs come with 25-year to lifetime warranties now.
That is incredible. Okay, so many great things about this as an alternative. I love that you can just leave it and not worry about it wearing down, and that it's recyclable. That is very cool. So what a great way to reuse your materials. Can we talk about money? Like, what about price?
I guess if we have to. So it is still more expensive, but like Dave said, that gap has shrunk quite a bit. And the fact that you don't have to sand this down is huge as well. Let's talk about pre-pandemic. So pressure-treated lumber, before the pandemic hit, you were looking at about $2.50 a square foot. Where we are today, you're about $5.50 for that pressure-treated lumber. So that has more than doubled. So for a PVC or a composite, you're still looking around $11 to $15 a square foot. But let me tell you what that means for an actual project. So let's talk about a 200 square foot deck. Again, pre-pandemic, you're looking at about $2,100 for that material. Where we are today, it's about $4,750 for the material for a wood deck. If you're going to swap out that decking for a PVC, swap out that railing for an aluminum, you're looking at about $6,500. So where the gap was over $4,000, now it's less than $2,000.
So yes, it is more expensive, but there's so many great things that you can do with it. One, just playing around with the different colors, but two, you can actually curve this stuff. We've got a project coming up this summer that has a curvy pool, and we're actually going to be following the deck around that curve edge. So we've got a heating blanket set up down here. This isn't quite like a DIY friendly process. It's a little bit more expensive, but we wanted to show you what is possible and what you can do. Underneath here, we've got a PVC board which has been heated up to temperature, and you can see it's a limp noodle now. This thing is just super pliable. So we can put it down on our forming table. We can bend it around to the shape that we're looking for.
Wow.
Clamp it down. This is obviously easier on a site when you're set up for it a little bit more.
We're making it work though.
But you can curve that around, so when that cools down, it's going to harden right back up to a board that's nice and stiff. It's going to follow that curve and create a super cool, fun design.
That is so cool. Okay, you can actually curve this PVC, which I think is lovely. So now we've got the deck. What do we do about the railing, guys?
Railing, we got you covered, Tracy. This is Regal Ideas aluminum railing.
Wow.
So this is a component-based system. It's aluminum. It comes in many different colors, but the component system is what's great about it. You can have glass in one section, you can have pickets in the other, you can have glass, you can have pickets combined, you can combine a bunch of different ways to make it work for you. Also, you can get an LED light system that goes through the top rail and illuminates the glass or lights up in between the pickets, so that way you can enjoy your deck at night. I mean, we all have busy lives, and by the time I get my kids to bed, I'm exhausted and it's dark outside. With some light on this railing, it's going to light it up. You're going to get outside and relax.
I suppose you're also going to wonder about cost again, because that's everybody's question. It again is more expensive, but that price has shrunk. So you are looking at about double the cost of wood to do an aluminum railing, but because you don't have to do much railing, it doesn't end up being that much. So if you have a 20-foot by 10-foot deck, it's about an extra $1,000 to upgrade to an aluminum railing, but the fact that you will never have to sand and stain it, or you won't have to pay somebody to come in and sand and stain it every couple of years, it's well worth it in our opinion.
Yeah, it's the no sanding part that is getting me, and the low maintenance part, and the part where it lasts forever. Like, I love these parts of it. So What if you want to hang out in your little Speedo in the backyard and you're looking for a little privacy? Do you have anything for us, you know, nudists or partial nudists or people that just don't want the neighbors watching?
You're speaking our language.
Right? I mean, you can still see me a little bit behind there. So we don't know how full we're going with that privacy aspect. But this is a metal art privacy screen. So this is Hideaway Screens. It comes in a bunch of different designs that you can get for it. It's laser etched aluminum and it's been powder coated to be able to last and stand outside. One thing we like to talk about when we're talking with our clients is about creating something, bringing the indoors out. Inside you've got art hanging on the walls, you've got gallery walls, but you often don't think about that outside. So what we've done here is we've framed this into create a nice piece of art. So this could hang on a privacy screen, or you can get it in a full 6-foot section to create a full privacy panel out of it.
Privacy, that looks good.
It does look good. It's actually beautiful. I love the design there in the middle. Thank you so much for these amazing alternatives.